team is... They're the big guns, you know. They're the ones which everyone expects to win. Everyone presumes will be winning the league, but it's not going to be easier for them. It's a long, long road ahead. However, we see already 1, 2, 3, 4 assault rifles banned. I wonder why that is.
Is it something to do with Swanny, do we think?
Well, 3 of the bans have come from the French. Tommey taking out the Man O' War. That's only going to leave him just trying to think what they're going to use. ICR?
You have the ICR and you have the Shiva.
And you have the Razorback?
Razorback, yeah.
Which is, I mean, is an SMG, but kind of like is an AR at the same time.
It's kind of a hybrid. Like Razorback
yeah.
long range, you're going to be able to use it like that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Swanny kind of use an AR through
Did the
game.
XR2 get banned as well?
Yes.
XR2, wow, HVK.
It's a very quick protect and ban, I mean, I've got to say. But Fringe Hardpoint, we've seen it 4 times already. So you guys at home, you know, if this is new to you as well,
yeah,
you should be getting familiar with the rotations. You should be getting familiar with the spots that these guys use. But going through this specialist draft, no surprises. The backbones of both teams, Swanny and Broken, taking out the Scythe.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing the Annihilator make an appearance this time for Tommey. He's one of his favourites, and I think I can already cast my mind back to a few incredible plays he's made with that particular weapon. Madcat opting for Tempest, a kind of mirror matchup with Wailers. The only kind of change so far we have seen is, of course, that Annihilator for the kinetic armor of Gotaga, and it does look like we are going to be seeing that one very special change. Purifier for Riskin on hardpoint. Makes a lot of sense, very powerful, however, not seeing it on the side of Millenium.
Yeah, close quarters. It fits Riskin's playstyle perfectly, if you like. But Madcat, I've been actually tuning into Madcat's stream and watching him play. He loves pulling out the Tempest. And the one thing that he does so well, it's like he doesn't aim in and then wait and then shoot. He shoots kind of predicting where they're going to be and just kind of targets certain doorways and certain avenues. And Madcat being Madcat, the slayer that he is, he knows Call of Duty. If there's one thing that Madcat knows, it's Call of Duty and how to play it.
Yeah, he has a real kind of in-depth understanding, and sometimes you'll see him firing off blind shots that you're like, what's he doing? He's wasting it, and then all of a sudden 3 frags appear, 3 kills appear, and you're like, damn.
But it's almost like he shoots at a door, they're not there, but it's like a sign to the other team, like, yeah, you come through this door, you're getting electrocuted.
Absolutely, yeah.
On the other side, Jurd, we've talked about the kinetic armor as well as Gotaga. Very like-for-like in their play styles, breaking hills, jumping in, making the business, and just kind of upsetting the other team. I think Gotaga and Jurd will kind of trade for trade, if you like. Probably won't see too much of each other.
Yeah, I think that's safe to assume. And in terms of hardpoint Fringe, I mean, we've seen various different approaches to this one. We've seen some kind of ups and downs for some teams. A real point to be made is just how much of that game, the Epsilon game, was determined by that junkyard hold. Something we are going to be having to kind of set our sights on and see, you know, if any teams can give us a lesson in holding those other sites. Train is one of those ones that kind of always seems like the more contested of the kind of, you got middle and train. Those two always seem to be very kind of changing hands quite regularly. The other two maybe can be held for extended periods of time, but I'm looking forward to seeing whether or not we can see a team really just demonstrate a solid hold on one of the more difficult points or hills.
Yeah, and if you want to see someone solidly hold a point, you put Swanny and the Scythe together. Right. So when he unlocks that, if I'm not watching him, you know, give me a nudge. I want to watch him use that.
Okay.
But alternatively, Broken, for me, on his pre-game interviews on, you know, on the offline kind of season, he was saying, I didn't have the best season last season. I want to come back strong. I'm putting a lot of time into the game. So it's going to be interesting to see how he is playing. But Fringe Hardpoint, of course, your first map, first 250. Time limit will be 5 minutes. And, of course, that respawn delayed. We will be seeing that fast, action-paced gameplay. And of course, we may not even reach the full 250. If these teams are battling out against each other, matching up evenly, we may see it even closer.
Yeah, and we got the closest so far in that previous series, where it was kind of, we had about 40-50 seconds left on the clock, where Epsilon finally managed to pick up that win. But we're diving into this one then, folks. It is the final game of the day, as we're about to go ahead and dive straight on into the action in this best of 5. Tommey is going to be on your screens, rocking the Pharaoh. Of course, there wasn't that many SMGs taken away. This is his choice. The only option that was removed from him was the Vesper, and Tommey's already put a bullet into his teammate quickly. Manages to get over himself and find the frag onto Broken. Does actually opt to kind of get off that hard point, instead kind of try and play the survival game, play the long game, and ooh, that was close to being another. Riskin finally winning out on that trade. Madcat as well, just demonstrating his prowess, this time with the ICR. It's one of the few options left available to him with the assault rifles. And actually, You say they're scrap points. This looks like they could be digging their heels in for the long run. I say that though, Madcat's going to get found out and immediately Millenium have to relinquish control.
Yeah, Tommey is one of the ones to watch. With this Pharaoh in hand, Jurd's actually using it as well. So something clearly Millenium have been used to playing with Madcat. Laying down the law here, 4 and 3 already. Top fragging for his team. Broken and Gotaga trying to stop them, but Tommey just kind of maneuvering his way around. I mean, you said you're a big fan of the movement. If you're wanting to watch someone, watch Tommey, watch Jurd. Their movement is on point. As the rotations are going to come in, Tommey has this center point locked down, but does get taken down. And only Madcat left remain with his teammates.
Yeah, attack mask there going to save the day. It's going to be Gotaga who finds the frag there. Madcat's flash was just laughed off thanks to that mask, and now we're going to be seeing an intriguing development which involves basically this one going full level. So Junkyard's going to be the battleground for this one to try and develop themselves a lead. It doesn't look like it's going to be coming anytime soon though, as 40 seconds for Millenium. And they have just held onto it for just a fraction of a second. They've got basically another 10 points in their pocket, and that's a big pickup from Swanny. He did get tested, and he passed with flying colours. Yeah,
5-kill streak for him. 7-1 currently has the RK5 in the back pocket. Does get taken now by Riskin. It seemed like a one-shot melee, though. That was a strange one to see. But Millenium have not only the points behind them, they've got the rotation. Swanny has already rotated with 20 seconds left to go. He's locking things down at the train site, as Jurd will be in the hill for sure. I like what Swanny's doing here. He's not just locking things down, he's pushing up and pushing the spawns back. Very, very interesting to see. What's Tommey doing here?
I mean, Vitality, those scrap points have put them in good stead. Of course, as you said already, Millenium have got that rotate over. They're willing to pay a price in order to get early control. We are having a little bit of an issue I saw there, but Madcat in the meantime did manage to get himself a double. Swanny's going to do it. Tommey's going to do it. All of a sudden, Millenium have come to life. And 11 frags for Tommey is a real spectacular for him. This is going to be his 5th frag. Not as sick. Good God, he's destroying this Pharaoh. He indeed is a king as he picks that one up. And that's now 13 for him. 6 in a row. He could very well use this as an assault rifle now. That's going to be 7. That's the Annihilator. That's the Hellstorm. That's the Lightning Strike. I'm just creating a shopping list for Tommey as he finds more and more. Finally, does have to leave that hard point just for a second.
Yeah, I want to see Tommey back off and get these wraps. If he can pull off the wraps, it will be game over for sure. I mean, I shouldn't really say that so early on. Of course, Vitality could come back with the wraps of their own, but wow, he's only 275 points. I'm not moving away from him. The interesting thing is
he use the Annihilator for this?
He has the Annihilator, but he could also use his streaks to bump up that score as well. But I like the way he's just kind of stepping off. But I want to jump on board with someone a little bit closer, but I can't. Tommey is so close here to these streaks, pulls out the Annihilator. He's going to get taken down.
His teammates are babysitting him so much. He's being kept alive, and that was his test, and he passes it. Riskin goes down. Now he's going to go for some padding with the Lightning Strike. Still has a Hellstorm available. That's 100. One more kill. He'd be within 50. He just needs to go for the capture. He's actually using the Hellstorm to pick it up. He's playing the risk, the waiting game. That's going to be 75 to go.
75 points. He just needs either a kill, a capture, and he's pre-aiming the door. This could be it. Tommey, he does make the miss. Oh, Tommey has the wraps in his back pocket. They're unleashed. He's 21 and 5. Tommey, aka the game changer. I have nothing more to say. Wow.
That, my friends, is something you don't see every day. The wraps are called in, and he is going to be demonstrating just how powerful they can be, as now all of a sudden the French are forced onto their toes to a whole new level. They're going to be rolling around on the hunt, as we're going to be seeing, it's not stopping Vitality finding a few frags. So far, no wraps frags yet. They can, of course, frag them. They can destroy them on their way, but it does force this particular type of style of gameplay that cannot favor the French. Swanny looking to make an impact. Doesn't need to at this point because he's gone down, and actually, Jurd is going to be struggling as well as Tommey. Everyone's starting to drop now. Maybe a little bit of false confidence as we are going to be seeing a little bit of points start to accumulate for Vitality.
Yeah, in fact, Vitality looking very, very strong. How are they dodging these wraps? Tommey makes the first kill. Here they come. Very, very upsetting for the boys on Vitality, and it just makes an entrance even easier. It's just one of those positions where I'm sure Vitality can dodge the wraps. You know, they can do that, but it's going to put them in a very difficult position to get points, and you just see Tommey and his wraps raining fire. He's nearly hit 30 kills already.
Yeah, that's right. This is the first half of Hardpoint. This is just 2 minutes left on that, 2 minutes in to that 5-minute timer, and he's already closing in on 30. Rather astounding considering the next highest is 17. Absolutely, it's incredible stuff from him, and you can understand why we're going to be sticking on board with him. This is the power of the Pharaoh as well, folks. An SMG not so highly contested. He's just demonstrating why it can be one to watch. Now, though, the hip fire is not going to be perfect. The KN-44, not an assault rifle you so always see. Madcat keeping it interesting, as is Tommey with the Pharaoh. Good to see Millenium setting new standards.
Yeah, Gotaga now in control of the hill. The wraps are away, so it is all focused on getting these points back. Millenium have started strong. Yes, Tommy's going off on one, but you know what Millenium can do, so can Vitality. Don't rule the French out just yet. 94 to 142, only a 50-point game here, Machine.
Yeah, they're keeping it nice and close, now contested. It is going to be an attempt just to see how much more Vitality are willing to kind of invest into this side. I say that they're investing a whole lot because Gotaga's just gone huge. He's used his kinetic armor. Surely not a third. Finally, Tommey does break through with his Pharaoh as he finds himself his 30th frag. Gotaga does respond, as does Broken, as it does look like Vitality are ready and waiting to rotate. They've left just one man on towards that hill as they know White is going to be a bit of a brawl. And Tempest is ready, as is the Scythe. You said you wanted to see him when he uses it. Now Swanny has to come alive with the Scythe.
Yeah, but he's on the attack. He's not in a defensive position. He's in a position to use it. He's going to be shot from behind for sure. What is going on there? Riskin picking up their important kill. Let's see what he's doing. 14 and 23, not having the best of games, but locking down this right-hand side for his team. Gotaga picking up a couple of kills himself as well. This game is a lot closer. And I've got to say and silence myself, what a stupid thing to say. It would be game over with those wraps because Vitality are proving me completely wrong here, fighting their way back into it. And wow, we have a game on our hands. 145 apiece, surely coming up here.
This is incredible stuff. Such a comeback against such unsurmountable odds. A wraps running around, every movement being judged by that streak, but no. Vitality have seized the lead. 15 seconds left on this one. It looks like they're going to collect all 15 of those points unless Millenium are willing to send just 1 or 2 men to test the waters, and they did. And that was Madcat. He's gone, thanks to Wailers. Jurd tries to make an impact as well, but that's, of course, on the rotate. As they are going to start to make their move. 2 seconds, 1 second, and Vitality have secured themselves 171 as they start to set their sights on trains.
Yeah, Vitality are on some next level momentum hype here. Broken making the kill on Tommey. Wailers has that available. Tempest, and he's got it in hand. Is he going to make a second kill? Yes, he does. You know, he's got this kill streaks in his back pocket. They've got a 30-40 point lead now as well. Vitality really coming and bringing it to Millenium.
Oh my lord, Jurd just jumped straight on from the frying pan to the fire. As it was actually Swanny, do excuse me, too many frags, too damn quick. As now it's going to be the ICR raining down terror in the hands of Broken as he did find Madcat. Now 28 seconds and Vitality are continuing to accumulate points. They're bordering on 200, Phil. And what looked like you said, an impossible situation, Riskin is finally coming alive. Player who usually you find at the top of the scoreboard, he started to really kind of return to that form we were expecting of him. And 15 points, they're about to hit 200. Millenium, 50 points, a little bit more in the shade. And he's holding this tight angle. That's another for Riskin.
Yeah, Riskin's on some next level.
Cerberus just hanging out.
I know. I mean, he potentially could get it, but...
no, there's one there.
Oh, there is one. There is a Cerberus on the hill. I don't even know whose that is right now.
We're about to find out, I'm sure, as it does get fragging. It's in the perfect spot on the hill as well. It could not be better for Cerberus. It's Wailers as he does take down Jurd. And it does look like these score streaks are really making a huge difference in terms of both teams.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the scoreboard, and, you know, the score doesn't say everything. It's all about teamwork, about hardpoint. But Tommey, 39 and 23, yet he's down by 70 points. It's crazy to see. Wailers is going off on 132 and 25. You know, I said before it, a lot of people kind of underestimate this gentleman, but he's bringing it to the potentially the best team in the league right now and could take map number 1.
Yeah, Vitality, they're so damn close, 30 away or just under. And it is going to be, of course, that relocation from middle. They have to be worried about Junkyard, and look where Wailers is. He is so ready for this one. He is locked and ready on that doorway. Nice tight angle as well being held. He has to worry about his back, though, and I think it's very smart to relocate because there's 2 players coming for him. His back would have been turned. Instead, though, he faces full on and meets Madcat with a smile. Does go down.
Yep.
Do you see that? That's a Purifier.
It is a Purifier. Wailers does have the Lightning Strike available as well. I'm not sure when he's going to bring that into play. Broken, though, on your screens, has lost a Madcat. Let's jump on board with him. He's evening things up now. He has streaks available. This is going to be one finish to watch. And this is 2 giants of the European scene, the French versus the British. Let's see how this one is going to end.
All right, then. All eyes on Madcat. He's got the Tempest in his arsenal. He's ready to implement it. He's going to miss one. Surely not the double. No, Wailers too strong. He did manage to find it in the end, as Wailers is going to be kicking himself for that one. Now, though, 20 seconds, and Millenium are closing this gap, using everything they can. Madcat this time with a Hellstorm is going to go ahead and land one. Oh, not enough. Just the tag. Not going to be picking up the kill, though.
Yeah, now he's got the Lightning Strike in his arsenal. He's going to put it on the back. Tommey picking up a frag as well. Riskin answering back, but is it going to be enough? Madcat going in for a huge one, but but Riskin going off for his team right now does get taken down. And now, who is going to be in control of the hard point? None other than Millenium. I can't even keep track of it.
Just for a second, look at that lightning strike onto Swanny. Gotaga found a frag as well with the Kuda. And now we do see Vitality taking steps. Small they may be, but steps in the right direction. It is going to be contested, though, as it's going to be a battle of wits and force. Two players hunting him down, but Tommey just a little too good. Not going to find the second as Broken gets the most crucial frag of this game so far. Vitality take another couple of points in the right direction. Caught with his pants around his ankles in prone now, as we do quite literally go back and forth. Who is going to come out of the winner of this one? We really do not know.
This is going down to the wire here. Tommey making a play. Wailers answering back. Madcat's going to come through his back window with a teammate of Jurd. Swanny locking this down. 15 seconds left to go. And
what was that? Broken picks up the double. Madcat and Jurd gone. The scythe is out. This is their hold, and this is their game. Vitality overcoming a Raps to pick up the win, and that is a wrap. 250 to 219, and we see a brilliant play from the French.
Yeah, I just want to... Tommey has 47 kills under his belt, more than any player in any game mode, but he's taken the L. It is... I mean... I'm speechless.
Look at Wailers, dude. He's only a couple behind, 8 frags away, separating him from Tommey.
Yeah, of course, but he has 1 minute 54 in the hill. Really, really well played from Vita. Their own game, if you like, the search and destroy. We're going to head into it, and straight away, the M8, Vesper, and XR2 are taken out.
Ban and Protect is about to go underway, and I say about to, we already had a fair few go through. The XR2, quite a quick one for them. Lots of assault rifles. We'll have to wave goodbye to 3 already. The XR2, the M8, and the Man O' War. Vesper, the only SMG to say goodbye to just yet. Overkill on Search and Destroy has been quite a staple ban. Rapid Fire especially makes a whole lot of sense, but less so, I guess, with the removal of all of these assault rifles and the Vesper, but I guess, you know what, it's just strong on any weapon you throw it on. Yeah,
the French have banned 3 ARs and high caliber, opposing the Brits and Millenium. Tommey's taken out an SMG overkill. Active camo, I like it. Madcat making sure no one is sneaking past on the invisible side of things. I think Gotaga may have opted for that. However, what will they pick here now in the specialist? Tommey.
Kinetic armor, calling it right now, straight out the gate, or not. Glitch secured and acquired for Tommey, and a heat wave for the boys in Vitality. Now, I'm quite excited by Glitch. Heat wave needs a bit more explaining.
Yeah, heat wave, search and destroy, it's that one-on-one gameplay where, look, I'm going to run and jump at you, and I'm going to win that gun battle because I have that in my back pocket. Tommey, we've spoke about how he's an in-game leader, he's the shot caller, if you like, but he's so clever at Call of Duty. You know how I said how Madcat knows how to play Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Tommey is the brains of COD. Like, he knows when to use that glitch, when to use everything else. And for me, if you want to kind of watch a player and how to learn how to play a game, well, technically it's all 8 of these players. But Tommey is a special type of player in his own right in Search and Destroy for sure. But yeah, definitely. Glitch play will be watched him. Wailers on the other side, though, and Broken. Broken and Swanny are kind of like head-to-head and everything. The scythe on the hardpoint, the psychosis on the Search and Destroy, and of course Gotaga opting for that overdrive, so that fast-paced game mode.
So in terms of assault rifles, what's Swanny going to be bringing in now? I mean, I would love to see more of the Pharaoh from Tommey, but for Swanny, so he has the Shiva.
He has the ICR is available.
ICR and the HVK.
HVK, yeah, that's a potential one. Madcat's a big fan of the HVK, but one thing that Madcat always uses, which is very different to any player, was the AK. And we don't see it a lot. We actually saw it in that last hardpoint, but when I watched him, it just didn't seem to be doing the job for him. Maybe he'll switch that up, but we'll have to wait and see. Tommey ready with 30 seconds left. Very confident in himself. And Vitality and the boys will be going through them. But just to go through the rosters for you guys at home, Millenium, Tommey, Swanny, Jurd, and Madcat, also dubbed as the God Squad. At the moment, 0-1 in the series as Vitality, also known as Riskin, Broken, Wailers, and Gotaga. They're boys from France, representing well. Can they do the unthinkable? Beat the God Squad?
Well, we're going to be seeing if they can display those kind of necessary angelic qualities as we are going to be loading on into this one. Just the score streaks to be done. Let's not forget, you know, the difference we saw when the HCXD was banned away. This isn't, however, going to be the case for this one. We're expecting to see a few more RC cars roaming the rooftops of Cairo. We're going to be finding out very, very shortly. Overdrive for both sides, I think this is one of those ones where I haven't yet to see, like, I understand everything. The logic behind the overdrive on S&D makes perfect sense to me. It's like, it's bread and butter. You want to have a fast rush. But I haven't seen, like, the really, really influential overdrive rush yet. I haven't seen that 2-3 entry frag, like, picked up from the overdrive. It hasn't happened, and I'd love to see it in this game.
Yeah, I think we're going to see that from Gotaga. On the attack, he's going to get in the face of Millenium, use the overdrive, and kind of just shut them down.
Well, I'm excited to see it. Psychosis as well. Again, it feels like it's the same case as overdrive. Is yes, we've seen it an awful lot, but have we seen it used correctly or used to the best of its ability? Still, we'll be finding out, and finding out on what map, I hear you ask. Breach, Search and Destroy, if we haven't said it enough already. And of course, it's going to be played out 1st to 6. You know the timers by now. Going to be seeing how this one does transpire. The rounds do go quickly. Keep your eyes on that clock, because we could be seeing people, especially if things get a little passive. 2 minutes on that clock, you can go down to 1 so damn quickly in those first 60 seconds. And already, we've got the in eyes of the attackers, Tommey and Jurd, going incredibly fast and taking early palace control. Not something we've seen so much. And this is going to enable them to completely nullify middle. This is gorgeous. Broken goes down. They're not going to be expecting another one, surely, as the fast plant comes in.
Yeah, Jurd with the first frag. Also, Tommey backing him up. The bomb's going to go down. We said that B1 was dominant, and that is what Vitality backed on. Madcat also picking up a kill for himself. Now 2 versus 4. Wailers and Gotaga have the impossible.
Yeah, this is really not going to be easy. Just onto Wailers then. We said we wanted to highlight him. Oh, can he do a 1v4? No, is the answer to that question, as Swanny does put a bullet to his backside. One RK5 frag was all he could muster, but you can see just how quickly that frag came along. HVK for him, rocking the reflex, long barrel, and stock as well. Worth noting, as well as the flak jacket, something that, of course, when the Semtex and the frag grenades are not banned away, you expect to see kind of as a staple.
Yeah, of course, those HC cars, of course, coming into play as well. Yep. But let's jump on board with Wailers. Only player to have a kill to his name. Actually going for the A-bomb site as well. This is interesting, replicating the Millenium squad. See if they can pull it off as well.
And you know what's interesting is their defense also kind of mimics what the French were bringing into this one. And apart from that player, who is that? You need to check their corners. It was Jurd, and oh my god, Jurd! That's 3. It could very well have been the ace, but Wailers does shatter that dream. And that was the one exception, the one kind of one player changing it up, keeping it interesting, and he manages to defend the A site almost entirely on his own. And now Wailers has to go for a bit of an uphill struggle. He's going to be pushing for this frag, wants to bring it down to a bit more of a level playing field. What? It thought he dropped off. Great positional play from Swanny, and that's going to be 2. Jurd, though.
Yep, that's one to watch back for sure. I mean, we didn't have it from Jurd's perspective, but of course we can get that for you. Swanny finishing things off here, just backing his teammate up, Tommey. Tommey really sneaky play there. He put a few bullets in, hid behind the AC
unit. He assumed
unit.
He dropped off. It's quite smart. Yeah, I like that a lot.
He's the brains of Search and Destroy. He knows what he's doing. Call for backup. Swanny coming in. Swanny and Tommey obviously been playing for so long. However...
Oh, looks like we need to come back up to us nice and quick. And let's talk about how this one is going to go down. It's Infection, it's Uplink, and it's Last Chance Saloon for Millenium.
Yep, Swanny kicking it off. Vesper is taken away. And Gotaga taking away that M8 from Swanny and co. XR2, Man of War. Very, very similar bans for what we have seen in the previous games. What will Madcat and Wailers do, though? Again, more assault rifles taken out, but that rapid fire also taken away.
So let's see. Actually, that's the first time we've seen the HVK present in those bans, at least in this series. Not something they've been so keen to remove. The active camo, though, that doesn't surprise us, especially considering Uplink. We saw already that that was taken away in Search and Destroy. Same story this time into Uplink, because Vitality then want to get this draft absolutely perfect, as it's their chance to 3-0 Millenium. Swanny looking to start and draw blood fast. You said already, we've seen Swanny use it in a kind of offensive scenario. You prefer to see it in a defensive, and so potentially we've seen that maybe holding middle a little later on.
Yeah, Swanny really setting things up. Again, eye to eye with Broken. At the moment, Broken, I wouldn't say coming off the better one, but he's certainly 2-0 in the series. Wailers opting for that overdrive, of course. I think that will be Jurd's specialist of choice, as Madcat, of course, is a big fan of that Tempest. But Riskin, not sure what he's going to choose here. Will be interesting, of course, Jurd choosing that overdrive. Riskin maybe matching, no, going for that heat wave again. We saw it in the first one, really, really effective.
Yeah, and I mean, Wailers and Jurd are going to be the ones I'm going to really set my sights on for this this run on Uplink. Absence of kind of kinetic armor on the side of Millenium Do you know what that does? Is it makes me kind of think about Tommey. That's the second time where we would expect to see a different specialist picked up, but he went for Annihilator. Like, he's that one change. But the question then, of course, is raised, how influential can you be with Annihilator? You can have favorites, sure, but it's all about the what's best for your team at the end of the day. If you cannot be influential with that Annihilator, it's just a preference. We'll see.
For me, Tommey will choose the Annihilator every single map, every single game mode, every single...
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I think for him, it's more... He'll be looking at this game like, we have Jurd with that overdrive. Scythe, Annihilator, and Tempest. They're basically slaying and playing around Jurd. But the Annihilator for Tommey, he's so accurate with it. We will see, for sure. But he just seemed... You know how we saw in the previous game? A couple of shots missed. Not sure who that was. Trying to jog my terrible memory. But Tommey...
Was it Joe?
It could have been, yeah, Joe, I think you're right. But Tommey will be pinpoint with that, taking down 2 or 3, one-shot kills, and can really open up avenues for Millenium, especially in the uplink. They need this. 2-0 down. Vitality take the lead at the moment.
Yeah, let's see if the French side can really finish this one, put a bow on it, and start with an incredible bang. I mean, seeing Millenium go 0-1 would be quite a tough pill for them to swallow. Of course, only until tomorrow, where we will be playing our second game of the week for every single one of the teams within the European side of the Call of Duty World League. Just Gotaga, who didn't quite manage to get everything completed in time. And it's time for us to dive into this game any second now. Things we've noticed so far then. What trends have we seen develop? We've seen this played 4 times. No, that's a lie. Twice already. No, Alex
4
Richardson.
times.
This is the third one. This is the third in the best of 5. Maths is hard. My brain's going a little slow now.
We're getting there.
We've seen this a lot. That's what I want to say. What trends have we seen develop?
For me, we've seen this kind of favourable side. When you're pushing into the church, you've got a lot more space around you. You've got a lot more avenues to push. But on the defensive side, that's too much to handle sometimes. So that's where you can relay some points. That's where you can grab 2, 4, 6 back-to-back. Alternatively, once you have that lead, we've seen a bit more kind of a defensive style of play. But the only people to contradict that was Infuse, which kind of just smashed it out of the parks there early on against Giants. Infection uplink, though, completely different to any other game mode. Score limit is unlimited. Has that 5 minute until we swap sides. And, of course, the 5-second respawn delay. Tommey.
I thought we were looking at Madcat. Just made that assumption.
Yep. Let's see if Madcat also has that. I didn't quite catch it. Swanny. They're all swapped to their RK5s. Let's see what Jurd's up to. We haven't given him too much airtime.
Another one. What on earth? The AK-47 or the KN-44, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, the KN. My bad.
I was just trying to support you in your AK knowledge. But anyway, we're going to be moving then into this one. Tommey's already picked it up, and Swanny and everyone are on the move. Finally, someone puts a bullet into one of them. Jurd quickly trades it out, though. Broker's going to be low, but not low enough. Look at this, Jurd. Beautiful babysitting. Just Tommey kind of keeping himself safe, and he's going to go for a 1-pointer. He's going to just die in the nick of time, but that's going to be 1. And that is a gorgeous start for Millenium, taking a very swift look at securing middle. And that's the first, one of the fastest I think we've seen so far. Like I said, we've seen it 4 times. This is definitely the fastest 1 point on the board.
Yeah, and that's what Millenium do. They slayed out the middle, and you can see here once again, Tommey looks like the drone runner here. Does get taken down. Broken with the flank there, and Wailers picking up 1. Broken with a 2nd, and Riskin with the 4th. This is bad news for Millenium. Jurd is the only one alive now as the drone goes round. Wailers has it in hand. I'm going to hop on board with him, see if he can get a 1 or 2 point.
Yeah, he's lined that up. That looks like it may have just been a little to the right, but no. It's all good in the hood for the French, and now we're going to be seeing how Wailers can get some frags as well. He's got himself an overdrive. This could be a very quick 2nd point if he plays it right. Nice positioning from Swanny, but not nice when he's been shot in the backside. And now 3 players throughout the 4 are in the ground, and this could very well be a quick... Oh my god, could very well be 2. Broken's considering it. He's going for the runners, and 1 man training his aim on it. He's just going to go for it. He's got the armor. It's going to be 2. Vitality do secure 3-1, and we've still got 3 minutes left on just the first half. We are going to see a very point-crazy first half here.
Yeah, Wailers is still alive. 1 or 2 off his streak. He's going to pick up 1. Surely going to be taken down from behind. No, it's going to be Broken, I believe, running up with this. Want to stick on board with Wailers. Is he going to make the kill? No, he's not. Doesn't get the streak. So close. Gotaga falls. And Broken, of course, taken down. Being taken down. Still alive, though, for now. Just holding this mid-sandbag area.
Yeah, it can be cleared out. Tommey finds that frag, and Tommey so far just secured himself 4 frags. Top of the scoreboard is Wailers, as he just found himself his 8th, as he did connect on towards Madcat. Now, though, 2 minutes 40, and that drone is... I mean, it's made a little bit of movement. It's not enough to really write home about. It's just on the other side of middle. on the side of that wall for Wailers, and he's not willing to commit to that just yet. Nice positioning from him, didn't need to though. His teammates are doing all the work for him. Finds the fraggle to Madcat. Foolish to pick someone who is just on form at the moment, and he's swapped the overdrive. Don't you dare, Wailers. He's just going for it. They're not even expecting this. It's just 2 down quick, and it's another 2. Vitality find 5. This is an astounding start for the French. Already sitting 2-0 up, and now 5-1 in their third and deciding game.
Yeah, Riskin's popped the heatwave there. Technical and tactical play from him. Taking down one, takes down Swanny again, and he's in the base as Wailers picks up a drone. He's going to be entering. This could be another 1-point play machine. It's not going to be, but does pick up the kill. Intercepted now by the boys from Millenium. Can they make a play? Has dropped the drone at the moment. Wailers and Gotaga still in the face of Millenium. Really, really clever play here, because what they're doing, they're just sitting around church, they're making the plays, slaying around, and just kind of waiting for that opportunity, if you like.
Now, just Gotaga then looking to make something happen. 1 minute 30 on the clock. The drone is just on the other side of that wall, but he knows his mission is not necessarily to cap it, it is just to defend it now with the time. And these are the frags that Millenium are so good at finding. Those early 3, and now all of a sudden they're at a massive disadvantage, just broken. Forced to keep this one safe. Tac Mask is going to mean it's even harder for them to waylay this one. He just has to roll over and accept it, as that's going to be 5-3 Millenium in very important 2 points. They needed them before that second half.
Yeah, Swanny so close. The drone does know one. He's on those top stairs. Gotaga gets the better of him. Jumping on board with him as Gotaga and Wailers broken, picking up a couple. Only Jurd is left alive. This is going to be bad news once again for Millenium. Gotaga really showing what he can do. This team has been practicing a lot on it there uplink. You can tell that just from the game style and the gameplay today. 7-3.
This is a real pleasure to watch and cast. I'm sure you guys are enjoying it as much as we are, because now 45 seconds. Madcat's going to find this frag, the beauty of the concussion, as he picks that one up, and now he's got himself a Tempest once again. Such a favorite for him, as he's going to try and make it happen. He's making it happen so far with just the icy. Oh no, I'm a poet again. Couldn't stop it. And now we're going to be seeing 30 seconds. Could this be another point scored in the remaining 30 seconds? The overdrive is picked up. Wailers, he needs some backup. He needs someone just to pave the way for him. He's sprinting. He's making as much more progress as he can. It could just be a 1-pointer. I think it is. It's 8. Vitality, gorgeous play. I need to stop saying gorgeous, but it really is just beautiful Call of Duty at this point. It's a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, but it's not over yet. With 10 seconds left to go, Gotaga picks up the drone. He's going to play it forward. It is picked up by someone. I couldn't jump on board with him quick enough. Doesn't make the play, though. It's going to end 8-3. Millenium have a lot to do, but with only 5 points down. Potentially what a lot of people would say going on the more favourable side. We'll have to wait and see. Are Vitality going to dig their heels in? Are they going to sit back? The French have done it before. Can they turn the tables? Can they go all out aggressive? Can they play the way they have and extend their lead?
Well, I mean, there's a play style to that second half, you know, to the other side, the less favoured side in your books, where you basically get that early pickup and chuck it as far as you can towards it for your teammate. There is that passing nature where you need kind of a bit more team synergy, something we've seen a whole lot from Vitality already, so I'm really excited to see, you know, whether or not we're going to be seeing that one. Millenium now on the side that you've already kind of dubbed the slightly more favoured just because of that route through Graveyard and those quick 1 points, but still, let's see what we've got. Early first blood drawn by Broken and Gotaga. Looking to do exactly the same on the other side of the map is Swanny, but just the one for him. Wailers trading nicely. Broken finds another, and this is a real solid start for the French. They are going to go ahead and make their first attempt at a run, and wouldn't be surprised, I was going to say, if they managed to make a quick 1 point, but no, Jurd just completely stops in his tracks. Spanner in the works and stops that.
Yeah, but staying on board with the boys from Millenium. Let's see if they can get back in the game. Swanny with a drone in his hand, not something you're used to seeing, but he's open to play that objective when needed. He's been heat-waved. Wailers taking advantage of that. And I think Wailers has just picked up the drone, passed it to his teammate. Riskin has that in hand now. Wailers leading the way, though. Separating players from Millenium. He's going to get taken down, but a play has been made. I missed that. I am so sorry. 9-3, though. Vitality extending their lead.
It surprises the observer. It probably surprised Millenium as well, as we're going to be seeing Broken find 2 with the Scythe before finally being neutralized by the Madcat's Arcade 5. Jurd picks himself up a 2-piece, and now we can see Madcat trying to make a run for Millenium. It does feel like that gap's starting to get a little insurmountable now, which just feels odd to say that the God Squad most definitely is not invulnerable. These guys can, you know, take a hit, and they've taken 3 potentially if this one does go down.
Yep, Tommey has that drone in his hand. He looks like he's just dipping and diving away. This is where probably the Annihilator wasn't a wise choice. But only Jurd survives as Jurd picks up one. He gets taken down. Now the boys from Vitality once again has this. Wailers does have overdrive, though, in his back pocket. For me, I want to see a drone pass to him. I want to see him implement this. I want to see him thrust right the way through the Millenium defense and see if he can extend their lead.
Instead, a little bit of a kind of lapse in communication. Riskin and Gotaga go charging in, trying to make a play, and the one man with the perfect specialist for it was nowhere to be seen. A little bit of miscommunication, but I'm not going to critique them when they're sitting 9-3 up. 3 minutes still on the clock, though. Millenium all to play for, and there's no absence of frags. Look at that scoreboard. Jurd, 19, bordering on 20 now. And the other members all sitting on double digits. No one's really underperforming, and just a little bit of a lapse from perhaps Swanny and Tommey. And
yeah,
there you go. This is what you were talking about. You said perhaps the Annihilator wasn't the wisest decision. Let's see if he can prove us wrong. Just the melee. If they get the 1 point, that's going to be embarrassing. Fortunately not. And it says the Annihilator kill. It was actually just with his fist. It's quite funny to see. And it's Jurd's turn to try and just one extra point from Millenium now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big kind of gap, if you like. I mean, a 3-point gap between the teams here. It's not just a 1-point play is what I'm trying to say. They've got to do this twice. They've got to score at least a 2-pointer and a 1 to back things up at least to a draw. You know, there's only 2 minutes left on the clock. Madcat has the Tempest in hand. He's just rocking around. Jurd has this now. Could this be the break for them? Does implement the overdrive. Wailers once again stopping them, and Wailers has just thrown it right out the park.
We're going to have to see how this one does go down, because I still feel like Millenium have something in them. They're going to have to show us exactly what it is, though. Heatwave's available for Riskin. He can use that defensively at this point. Yes, Jurd is making the run. Same route as always, though, and it does feel like it's coming a little bit too predictable. Vitality, they check it, they pick up the frag, and now, once again, it's in the hands of Wailers. He's nearing on overdrive again. Instead, he's opting to just try and keep himself safe. 1 minute 30 though, and I'm starting to worry for Millenium.
Yeah, Wailers again, he's made the break twice where he's killed the drone carrier for the boys on Millenium. Let's see what he's doing. Can he do it for a 3rd time now? This drone is surely coming through his right-hand side. He's got to do it for a 3rd time. Takes down Jurd. It is Wailers versus Jurd now. The overdrive boys and only Vitality are showing their worth. Broken as well, backing things up, and this could be good night here for Millenium. We see Riskin picking up the drone. Let's see what he can do.
He's risking it for a biscuit. Didn't quite catch it. In fact, Tommey was the defensive player there. He could very well have been on target, but Tommey just too good. Using that jetpack to catch that one and keep the points a little bit more manageable. 9 for 3, but 55 seconds, and this just feels like the maths doesn't add up for Millenium. They need to be so damn quick with this one. A 2-pointer is kind of the only option for them, and he knows that he can't go for the 1-pointer despite how much easier that would be, and that is going to be... Oh my god, I panicked. Little heart attack. He ran out of thrust, and finally he's going to pick up those 2, and now it sits at 9-5. Wailers can just play the counterplay here. Go, throw that out of bounds, and keep resetting, and I think that's exactly what he's going to do.
Oh, he's doing a Gotaga. He's going to the back, and he's playing the time, and he's playing the clock. I'm not going to say anything bad about this, because it is a smart play. He's playing the timer, and surely, if anyone comes near him, that drone is going off for a reset. He's going to see that, and he does. Wow, that was close, though.
That was worryingly close. It is going to be reset, and now it's Jurd's turn to run it, but there is absolutely 0 time. 13 seconds, and it does look like the impossible has been achieved, and Millenium have fallen. Vitality showing new signs of life, most definitely. You can see the leaving already. The time hasn't even ran out. Millenium know it's over, and so do we. Vitality 3-0. One of them may not have been hard-earned, but the other 2 most definitely have been, and the French start the Call of Duty World League strong.
Yeah, and I have to say, yes, we had a bit of a hiccup map number 2. We only saw 2 rounds. You know, Millenium, yes, they were fantastic those 2 rounds, but we also saw Millenium fantastic at the start of the hard point. Vitality weren't out of that search and destroy by all means. 100%. But I have to say, the other 2 maps fully deserved for Vitality. Me, looking at those scoreboards, no one in particular, but Wailers again stood out for them. Wailers for me was kind of the key player in breaking the runs of Jurd. He shut him down 3 times on the bounce, and wow, what a turn of events. 3-0 in the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that you're not going to forget in a hurry, nor are Vitality, as that's going to put them in such a good position. I mean, like, that means they're also not going to face Millenium for a while. Like, you get the win against Millenium, and then you go on to have a couple of games where you do not face against that opponent. Those wins, that number, they're going to be sitting at the top of the table, I would expect, without much quarrel. Now, they're going to have a couple of tough games. You mean they've got to have to set their sights on the next tier now, where you've got your Infused, your Epsilon, and of course, there are other opponents that you've got to keep your eyes kind of peeled on. Splice, another name that's kind of hits the back of my head when I'm thinking about those real threats to that top 4. So that kind of wraps up the day, and in quite a quick I was expecting to be here for another hour or 2, mate. I don't know what happened. That kind of speedy play from Vitality caught us off guard.
Yeah, we've seen, I mean, not going too much into it, we've seen 3 3-0s.
Well, I mean, let's just fully recap the day. Let's just start at the top. Let's start at the very beginning. Do you remember that? It's a song.
No, I don't.
I don't know what it's from. I'll Google it.
Shame. Tell me later.
I think it's like Sound of Music or something.
Probably why I've not heard it.
Yeah, because that's the kind of thing I watch. Oh dear, I'm really telling a lot about myself. But yeah, let's go right from the top. Let's talk about that first game. It was Giants Infused.
Yeah, Giants versus Infused. We saw only kind of one-way street kind of Call of Duty. Infused came out hot. They were dubbed as kind of the second place, or the seed 2, if you like, of a league, if you were to give it. They came out hot, taking down Giants 3-0. The hard point was very dominant. Search and Destroy a little bit closer. Have to say, Giants kind of put up, I think it was 6-4 in the end. But going into the uplink, we saw it. It ended something like 16-2. Very, very dominant. 3-0 sweep for Infused.
Yeah, then moving into that second game, we saw TCM x NGCB as they did qualify on the online stages up against Splice. A little bit of a roster swap for them, but we did still see Splice come out on top. That 2-3 doesn't necessarily tell the whole story, and Splice looked strong in that one.
Yeah, for me, Splice, on the technical side of things, won 4 maps.
Yep,
but Splice looking strong, new roster, new add-ons, looking good. TCM, on the other hand, you know, don't rule them out. They've got a long way to go, but again, new roster, got a lot of work to do together, and I'm sure we'll be putting in the time between now and next week. But Pulse and XL, gotta say, XL and Z in particular, they look hot. I mean, they almost made Pulse look pretty bad. Search and Destroy was a little bit closer, if I remember correctly, but very much like the Infused game, 3-0.
Yeah, keep your eyes on XL. I think they're a team to watch in this one. Definitely a bit of a dark horse. And I mean, they are still, of course, a very renowned roster. It's just a case of there's so many other big names present that they need to really kind of make a good case for themselves at the start of this league. And they've done so well with a 3-0 onto Pulse. Epsilon versus LDLC was the game that kicked off around 8:30. And we saw a little bit of a positive showing from LDLC. I don't think anyone will disagree with that. They did witness that game. A good hardpoint attempt from LDLC. The last couple of hills really determining the winner in that one. And we did see, of course, a good showing from them on Search and Destroy as well.
Okay, and then finally, how can we finish this? But Millenium versus Vitality. Millenium probably with an 80-point, going on 90-point lead in the hard point. Tommey unleashing the wraps. I said it was game over, and then I quickly ate my words as Vitality fought their way back through a very deserving hard point win. Search and Destroy, we saw Vitality take their win over Forfeit, and then take the uplink in great fashion as well, and now we have these standings.
Yeah, so as you can see, those losers, that bottom 6 to 10, you can see TCM, LDLC, Millenium, surprise, surprise, Pulse, and Giants. I mean, that's going to be it, and that's going to be an intriguing way to start the season. Of course, I was about to say Infused at the top, but that would have been very foolish of me. But you can just see basically how the wins have been distributed, and that does, of course, say what's it going to look like tomorrow, Alex? I hear you ask. I hear you wonder what it's going to be like tomorrow. There are, of course, games kicking off tomorrow as well. Same time, same place, and we get to see even more European Call of Duty. Starting the day with XL versus Splice, moving swiftly then in to see the Spanish up against Epsilon. TCM versus Millenium will be over at 7 o'clock, followed by LDLC and Infused. That's a game I'm actually quite intrigued to see. How do those two match up, considering what LDLC did with Epsilon?
Yeah, 100%. I think that's going to be one to watch. It's going to be a close one. Infused obviously picking up that 3-0 sweep today, but finishing it, Vitality versus Pulse, the French versus the French. Can Vitality say, yep, we're number 1, we beat Millenium, and we're number 1, we're here to stay, and put it to Pulse?
And how much of an improvement can Pulse make when considering how they performed in that previous one? I mean, that's going to be the real question on everyone's lips. But it is, of course, promising to be another fantastic day of Call of Duty. We do need to talk about, of course, the other side of this one. There is, of course, 3 continents battling it out, and it is North America that's coming up next, and that's what's going to be following this one straight away. The up-and-coming matches, we're going to be starting with, I mean, just a whole hand-picked special bag of good North American Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean, quickly going through them, Rise Nation versus FaZe Clan, you can't kind of say more about it. You know, all these are giants of the North American scene, and to be honest, you know, some aren't in the Pro League that maybe would argue there's so much class in the North American side. 4:30 though for those guys at PST. Team Elevate versus Question Mark, and then the big guns,
the
Optic Gaming versus CLG Counter Logic Gaming.
Yeah, and then closing it out with Team Caliber versus Envious. Bit of a kind of a house favorite for that one as well. So that's going to be the North American stuff. That's kicking off very soon, 3 o'clock PST. And, of course, you have to tune in to do so. You've got all the times and all of the URLs. It doesn't change, boys, just the times. And you better go ahead and start Googling if you can't work that one out. 4 p.m. for the user guys in Europe. That's Central Eastern. Oh, no, it's not even Central Eastern Summer Time. Where is it? It's just, I'm going to say CET before I embarrass myself.
6 p.m. Australian time, 4 p.m. European time.
Nice.
3 p.m.
North American
Some kind
time.
of American time.
Yeah, whatever that is. There's loads of that stuff. I don't know if you guys are aware, but myself and Phil are not too great when it comes to time zones. We don't even know what time it is now. We have no idea.
I have no idea. I know we've had a great day of Call of Duty, and I know that technically what I can do is I can stop after 5 games back-to-back casting, and I can watch another 4 games in America.
That's my plan.
And then I can get up tomorrow and I can do it all again.
Do it all over again.
Yes.
But I mean, this has been day 1. Yes, it may have been a bit humbly bumbly. I definitely have got some casting to do. So need to stop saying the word frag. Apparently, that's not what you guys over on this side of the pond say. But I'm gonna go ahead and kind of fight my corner for that one as much as I can.
I like it. Yeah. I do like. I mean, fragging, killing. Top fragging. It's a Call of Duty reference.
I'm not gonna say kill 256 times in a game. I'll tell you that right now. But that has been a great day, a fantastic kind of thing to be a part of, and I'm sure we'll be back even stronger tomorrow with more European Call of Duty. Any final words, Phil?
I mean, what a day. What a way to end it. And I'm just excited to see the league standings at the end of tomorrow. Can Millenium fight back? Will the French stay at the top? I don't know. But obviously, go over to, in fact, stay on this stream. It will be the North Americans with, again, absolutely stunning lineups. That's all I've got to say. All
right, he said everything we needed to, guys. We're going to head over for, I was going to say a break. Yeah, essentially, we're going to head for a break. And when we come back, it's going to be North Americans. We're going to look different. We're going to sound different. But it's going to be more Call of Duty. Stay tuned.